looks can be deceptive.
Those magnificent men in their flying machine, they go up to the up, they go down to the down.
Much of the appeal of motocross, both for riders and spectators, lies in the airborne, rough and tumble nature of the sport. And tumbles are plentiful, with each meet having its fair share of hits and misses. The falls may look serious, but the riders themselves are fairly blasé about the risks involved.
Broken leg and arm, that's about all.
Oh, only a broken leg and a broken arm, so that's not too bad then?
No, because you can go out in the street and you can just fall over and you can get run over or something on the street and you can just hurt yourself there, so same thing here.
A St John's ambulance team is in attendance at every motocross meet, and officers do have the power to stop the race if they see the need. Don Morrison has been going to Lake Macquarie meets for 3.5 years now, and in that time has only seen 3 accidents where the outcome was more serious than bruising and abrasions, and the last of those was over 12 months ago.
I'd say it is a very safe sport, well organised. In my opinion, really, I don't think it's any more dangerous than playing football, really.
Would you let your kids do it?
If they want to, yes.
Parents of the competitors see it as a reasonably safe sport too, but that doesn't stop them from sweating over every lap of their kids' races.
My legs were shaking, as you say, in Daniel's race. I couldn't stand still. But, you know, with our record, most of them get up. So the amount of deaths and accidents in the sport has been negligible to football. If you look at the football records with paraplegics and so on, I think we're pretty under par with most of the sports.
Do you worry about them when they're racing?
Not really. I've got pretty good confidence in their ability. They've been riding for about 8 years. They started when I was 6, and they're not champions. They're not chumps. They're just average riders. They have a few successes, a few failures.
Motocross tracks aren't exactly a dime a dozen, and they're usually miles from anywhere. After all, would you want 100 screaming bikes next door to your house every weekend? So, simply by virtue of distance, the sport, at least at a junior level, is very much a family affair.
My eldest daughter is 16, going through, the high school certificate now. She says all I study for each week is an outlet on the weekend with her younger brother. I just can't understand how she can get enjoyment out of it, but she does. So she tracks us along with us, so we've got the whole family together, so my wife's very happy with the situation.
Regardless of the fact that it's certainly not a cheap way to keep your kids occupied.
Virtually only the ones that can afford it are the 2-parent workers, and they've usually got no worries, only a mortgage and a car and school fees, but I suppose they all seem to find a way to do it, and we sort of get by somehow. We do just get by.
For some parents, though, the cost factor doesn't enter into it. Their kids, whether they're more talented or simply more audacious, receive sponsorship.
Most of our parents don't spend the money. Most of our parents find us sponsors, like these 2 boys here have. You find a sponsor and they give you a bike if you're good enough, so you get them for free mainly.
In return, there's an obligation to perform, even for a rider as young as 10.
Yesterday I got a first on my 80 and a second on my 60.
If you don't try your best, your sponsors don't think it's worth sponsoring you and they don't give you the money, or the bike, so you got to, just every race you got to do your best and try and get off the start first and win.
Many of these juniors started out in the sport as peewees when they were only 6 years old. So by the time they're 10 or 11, they've got so much experience under their little belts that they sound more like experienced road racers, tolerant of those who are just starting out.
They're learning even while we lap them. Learn as much as we do.
Learning how to keep out of your way?
Yeah.